Y'all know that country song? I think Old Dominion sings it, but I'm not quite sure. But it's like, are we written in the stars, baby? Or are we written in the sand? No, I'm not going to sing for you because I suck. But anyway, so shout out to my mom for having me look into this. But in John chapter 8, verses 1 through 11, when the scribes and the Pharisees brought the adulterous woman before Jesus, asking about stoning her per the law of Moses, and he was writing in the sand, well, there's been speculation as to what Jesus was writing, and some say he wrote, "It is finished," while others say he was writing the 10 Commandments, and some say that he was writing their names. While they all make valid points, I believe it was the latter, their names, right? For several reasons. It's important to remember that everything Jesus said and did was to fulfill prophecy. So what prophecy could that have fulfilled? So let's go to Jeremiah chapter 17, verses 13. O Lord, the hope of Israel, all that forsake you shall be ashamed, and they that depart from me shall be written in the earth, because they have forsaken the Lord, the fountain of living waters. And to even further support that, let's look at how in Jeremiah chapter 16, verses 16, God said, "Behold, I will send for many fishers." And now what did Jesus say to Simon Peter and Andrew, right, when he saw them in Galilee? In Matthew chapter 4, verses 19, he said, "Come, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men," right? So let's keep going. In Jeremiah chapter 17, verses 6, for he being the man who puts his trust in flesh and departs from the Lord, shall be like the heath in the desert, and shall not see when good comes, but shall inhabit the parched places in the wilderness, in a salt land and not inhabited, right? And they didn't see, did they, right? Jesus, who was God in the flesh, their long-awaited and prophesied Messiah, who fulfilled everything written before their very eyes. Yet they did not see. They didn't see the good thing that came to them. So why are they in a dry, parched desert, right? Let's keep going. Jeremiah chapter 17, verses 7 through 8. Blessed is the man that trusts in the Lord, and whose hope the Lord is. For he shall be as a tree planted by the waters, and that spread out her roots by the river, and shall not see when heat comes. But her leaf shall be green, and shall not be careful in the year of drought, neither shall cease from yielding fruit. Now, who is the water that waters the tree, right? Jesus is the living water. John chapter 4. So the rest of Jeremiah talks about hallowing the Sabbath, right? Which again is prophetic, especially when you realize the eternal spiritual laws of the Passover and the Sabbath were to teach us about the new covenant and how we rest, right? Not only from the works of the flesh that produce sin, but we rest from the law as it made no one righteous. And our righteousness is of the Lord alone and not of ourselves. Now, with Jesus being the living water, and with Exodus chapter 15 being prophetic for Jesus' crucifixion, and Jesus made the waters sweet, what could make the waters bitter, right? In Revelation 8, it's a reversal, if you will. Now, Jesus told his disciples in Luke chapter 10, verses 20, to rejoice because their names were written in heaven. So, are we written in the stars, or are we written in the sand?